Welcome back to Fast Market here on the Schwab Network. Let's bring in our next guest for our cash tag segment. That's going to be Andy Swan. He's a co-founder at Folio. Welcome back to the show, Andy.
Thank you.
All right, so we're talking TTD as ticker symbol. The trade desk, we hit you guys up about once a quarter now on this company. You guys have had great data, seen a nice run in the stock. The company's got some good partnerships with Amazon, Warner Brothers Discovery. And I think the key thing, Andy, with the rally that we've seen in the stock is the fact that we didn't get that pullback or that trough in digital ad spend, and that really helps this company, right?
Oh, yeah, it definitely does. This is a company we've been bullish on for some time, and, I think that continues into earnings at this point, because what we're seeing with the trade desk is this is just a company from a, targeted ad perspective on streaming devices. This is a company that is head and shoulders above the rest in terms of the technology that they offer to both sides of the equation. So the trade desk kind of sits in the middle between the advertiser and the streaming platform and says, all right, we know a little bit about this viewer based on their program choices and the other ads that they've engaged with. And so we can tell the advertiser which ad may be best, which person to target. It just gets very, very hyper targeted. And I think that's exactly what advertisers want right now, because, like you alluded to, there has been a little bit of a cool down in ad spend, and marketers are being a little bit more careful with the purse. So what they want is a really high ROI on each and every dollar they put out there. And so what the trade desk allows them to do is target, on a much more granular level. And so at Folio, we see web visits to the trade desk up, 7% year over year. We see, more importantly than that, we really see the consumer happiness level up also 7% on a year-over-year basis. And what that tells us is that the trade desk is getting more and more people to come to their platform, and they're making them happier and happier with the experience. And a big part of that is called Kokai. It's the AI interface, the AI technology that the trade desk launched in June. We see this as a very big catalyst for media buying and for the trade desk to earn market share, because it really makes this whole hyper targeting process for advertisers much, much easier than it is trying to do it yourself or trying to move through some of the competitors' products. And so we think the trade desk's investment into this technology is starting to pay off big time. And then once the ad market comes back, this will be potentially one of the only games in town and really benefit in a huge way from an expanded ad spend overall.
Yeah, Andy, when you think of AI stocks, trade desk is not the one that jumps out, is the first one out of your mouth, but. And by the way, I'm glad you had to pronounce Kokai and not me, because I would have had no idea how that was going to go. But that reads the data, right, and helps you pinpoint the ad. And that uses AI to do that. It reads millions of data points and helps them with return on investment and impressions and where they're targeting the data. So this is a company taking what they were already doing, which is hooking up advertisers with merchants, and pinpointing, using AI to pinpoint the data, right? It's another great use of AI.
Yeah, and heading into 2024, I think this is a theme that investors should be very aware of. We've had the run in NVIDIA, we've had the run in the chip makers and some of the pure AI tech stocks, but it's really, for me, it's more about what companies can use AI to, supercharge or leverage their existing product stack, their existing offering to customers. And the trade desk is a prime example of exactly that type of scenario. And I think that's where the real AI wins are going to come over the next year. I think most of the pure tech AI gains are in the rearview mirror.
Yeah, and you mentioned the happiness levels up 7%. Retention rate for this company, Andy, 95%. That's been consistent for 9 consecutive years. Is that what lends the support to that that ROI that a lot of companies are going to start looking for? I think that CapEx is actually going to pull back even more. Is that the reliance that they can continue their double-digit or above 20% growth that they've seen over the last several quarters?
Yeah, if you think about it from an advertiser's perspective, and you've got to tighten the budget a little bit, the last thing that you're going to cut is the technology that produces a greater ROI than any other. That's going to be the last thing that you cut. I think the Trade Desk is definitely in that category. So that 95% retention rate we see could actually expand as advertisers become much more reliant on their AI technology and their platform for hyper-targeting viewers.
All right, great stuff, great data. As always, Andy, appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, that's Andy Swan, co-founder at Lightfolio, breaking down the data on